We give you the facts, it's not what you think. Popeye Newsling, Young King, 1 yard, bless.
Good morning, Popeye. Grandma watch Popeyes every morning and every night.
What am I think? What am I think? You're listening to Popeye News Links. This is the Admiral Tibet who I represent, and remember, the time is so serious, cantankerous and dangerous. This is Popeye News Links.
Yeah, watch Popeyes, mama. Where you watch?
Popeye.
Greetings viewers and subscribers. First up, I have a correction and an update to make. In yesterday's video, I carried a story, and that story was about a shooting at Bastard Cedar Walk in the Petersfield area of Westmoreland. It took place Friday afternoon, September 6, about 2:30. Now, I had reported that the taxi that plied the route Savannah Lamar to Petersfield, it had gone into the area to pick up a 15-year-old Froome high school girl, but that information was wrong. What we are learning is that the 15-year-old school girl, she had gone to Savannah Lamar to pay her school fee to start school tomorrow. She was now on her way back home to Petersfield. She was sitting on the back seat of the taxi with other passengers. The driver, we are told, he drove to Bastard Cedar Walk to pick up a female who is living in the area, and it is while the guy stepped out of the taxi and that female was about to enter. The hoodlums drove up and opened gunfire. We are told that the guy, he received gunshot wounds to his neck and one of his shoulders. The 15-year-old schoolgirl who was sitting on the back seat of the car between other passengers, she received a gunshot wound to her right leg, and we are told that that bullet is now lodged in her hip. The female who was about to go in the taxi, she was also hospitalized because we are told that she suffered a minor heart attack. We are also learning that the guy who was shot, when he was in the hospital Friday night, he and another guy, they had a dispute in the A&E department, and the guy threatened to juke him up with a scissors. We are told that the guy who was shot, he left the hospital all bandaged up, claiming that he was going for his Glock to come back and shoot up the guy who he was in the dispute with. Now, I am not sure whether or not he went back to the hospital or if any of the 3 bullets were lodged in him. Let's hope that this Froome high school girl recuperates quickly, because we are told that the doctors, they are in a wait and see mood before they do surgery. Also, the lady who had the mild heart attack, let's hope that she recuperates soon, because what she went through could give anyone a heart attack. Can you imagine? Can you just imagine what this lady went through during that ordeal? Boy, may I tell you. Now, in this next incident, a 20-year-old female, she's in police custody. Her name is Jada Geddes. She was employed as a bartender, and she's living at Power Avenue in the Newland area of Portmore in the parish of St. Catherine. What we are learning is that Jada, she was employed to a bar at the New Forum Fishing Village at Bayside in Portmore. On Thursday, September 5, the owner left 100,000 Jamaican dollars as float money. Later that day, Jada, she told the owner for the bar that she was held up by 2 hoodlums who were armed with knives. She told him that they proceeded to rob her of the $100,000 in cash. We are told that based on the story that she told the bar owner, he became suspicious and a report was made to the police. Jada, she was taken into police custody, and during an interview, she confessed to the police. She told them that she had given the money to a friend to keep. Based on the information that Jada gave the police, they were able to recover $67,230 from 2 different locations. As a result, Jada, she was arrested and charged by the police for the offense of larceny as a servant, and she'll be going to the courts shortly. Boy, may I tell you. Now, in this next report, a 40-year-old security guard, he's in police custody facing serious criminal charges, and we are told that this is all because he was under him liquor. This is due to an incident that took place early yesterday morning, Saturday, September 7, about 6:30. It took place at Chuksie Plaza on James Avenue in Ocho Rios in the parish of Sandford. We are told that the security guard is a licensed firearm holder, and early yesterday morning, he was armed with his licensed Glock 9mm pistol. He was at a bar drinking, but it would appear as if he had too much to drink. He left the bar, and on reaching the plaza, he pulled his gun and fired a barrage of gunshots. The police, they were informed, and they seized the gun and took the security guard into police custody. We are told that several 9mm spent shells were recovered from the scene. Now, can you imagine how sick he felt when he got sober? When he's charged, I'm going to be giving you his name, but we are told that he's from Yuatan in the parish of St. Catherine. Boy, may I tell you. Now, in this next report, I told you about an accident last week, and I had promised to update that report. It took place Wednesday morning, September 4, about 7:30. It took place along that road on your screen. That's the Orange Bay Main Road, near to the Orange Bay Square in the parish of Hanover. Our information is that man on your screen, his name is Mr. Oscar Roy Dias. He was a 64-year-old construction worker living at Rock Spring in the Green Island area of Hanover. Now, before I tell you about this accident, this is what I am learning. That guy on your screen, we are told that he was Mr. Dias' son. His name is Renault Dias. In early May 2022, Renault, he was 33 years old, and he was a taxi driver living at North Hill in the Green Island area of Hanover. On Monday, May 2, 2022, Renault, he was driving his white Toyota Corolla motor car along the Prospect Main Road in the parish of Hanover when he was attacked, shot and killed by Hoodlums. Wednesday morning, September 4. The father, Oscar, he was riding a Burgundy CG 150 motorcycle. He was traveling towards Negril direction. That red Cobra motorcycle was traveling in the opposite direction, heading towards Green Island. A 26-year-old guy from Pale River in Hanover, he was riding that motorcycle. It is said that Oscar, he failed to keep to his left, and he collided head-on into the motorcycle that was coming in the opposite direction. There is what is left of the Burgundy motorcycle that Oscar was riding. Both bike riders, they were thrown from their bikes, and Oscar, he ended up dying on the spot. The other bike rider, we are told that he was also seriously injured. Sad indeed. This next incident, it took place yesterday afternoon, Saturday, September 7, about 2 o'clock. It took place along the Mount Edgecombe Main Road in the Runaway Bay area of Sandford. Our information is that a guy, he's popularly known as Ziggy, and he's in his mid-30s. He was at a tire shop located along the Mount Edgecombe Main Road when a white Toyota Axia motor car drove up and stopped. A hoodlum came out of the car, walked up to Ziggy, pulled a gun and opened gunfire, hitting him to his neck. The hoodlum, he then jumped back into the Axio and made good his escape. Ziggy, he was rushed to hospital where he was admitted in a serious condition. The mayhem. This next incident, it took place last night, Saturday, September 7, about 9:30. It took place at Bel Air Phase 2 in the Runaway Bay area of Sandford. Our information is that a Rasta man. His name is Romanna Smith, but he was popularly known as Chuksie. Chuksie was a 47-year-old tailor, but he and his spouse, they also operated a shop on Bel-Air Phase 2. Last night, Chuksie and his spouse, they were in the shop when a hoodlum entered and ordered something. The hoodlum, he then pulled a gun and fired 2 shots, hitting Chuksie to his upper body. His spouse ran out of the shop and the hoodlum made good his escape on foot in the area. From all indication, Chuksie, he died on the spot. The police, they were called, and when they processed this crime scene, 2 9mm spent shells were recovered from the scene. The mayhem. In this next report, that guy on your screen, his name is, well, I am being told Nickel and I am being told Michael, but his surname is Sandford. He was popularly known as Dawg or Gully man. Gully man was 40 years old and he was living at Palmyra in the Spot Valley area of St. James. Dawg, he was well known to the police and jailhouse. Dawg, he was arrested and charged in 2011 for robbery with aggravation. In 2014, he was arrested and charged for participating in a criminal organization. In other words, being a member of a gang. He was also arrested and charged for robbing and killing a taxi driver on May 26, 2014. This one took place at the Norwood taxi stand near to Gully in Montego Bay. On the morning of February 25, 2019, about some minutes to 9 o'clock, Dawg and another guy, they got into an altercation at Palmyra. Dawg attacked the other guy with a piece of board and they began to wrestle. The other guy, he overpowered Dawg and he ran away. We are told that Dawg, he later returned with a gun and he opened gunfire at the guy. Luckily, he was not hit, but a report was made to the police and Dawg, he was arrested and charged. We are also told that Dawg, he was a part of a gang that carried out robberies in and around Montego Bay, and despite being arrested on several occasions, for some reason or another, him dey back on the road. Late yesterday afternoon, Saturday, September 7, about 6:30, the police, they received intelligence that shots were being fired in the Palmyra area. As a result, a team of police went to the area. The police, they received further intelligence and they proceeded on foot to a house in the area. On approaching that house, it is said that 3 hoodlums emerged with guns blazing at the police. The police, they are saying that they took evasive action and returned the fire. When the smoke was clear, one of the hoodlums escaped and 2 of them were found suffering from gunshot wounds. A 6 P226 9mm pistol with the serial number intact, affixed with a magazine containing 11 9mm rounds, was found. One of the hoodlums who were shot was later identified as none other than Gully man, also known as Dawg. He died on the spot. The other one who was shot, he is known as Alonzo. He was rushed to hospital where he was admitted in a serious condition. At the time of recording this video, I hadn't gotten any update as to Alonzo's status. So, Gully man, he lived a life of crime and he ended up getting his just reward. Another hoodlum bites the dust. The mayhem. So let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Have you hit on the love button as yet? If you have not yet done so, remember to hit on it. Also, if you are over here watching our videos and you have not yet subscribed, hit on the subscribe button as also hit on the notification bell. Then click all so that whenever we drop a new video, you will be one of the first to be notified. In the final story for today, this one took place last night. Saturday, September 7, almost 12 midnight. It took place at Palmyra Place in the Providence Heights area of Flankers in the parish of St. James. Our information is that gunshots were heard being fired in the area. As a result, the police, they were notified. When the police went and made checks, that man on your screen, his name is Dave Anthony Brown. Last month, on August 18, Dave, he celebrated his 59th birthday. We are told that Dave, he was a auto body repairman. Dave was seen lying on his back in his yard in a pool of blood. He was inspected and he was found to have received gunshot wounds to his upper body. He died on the spot. We are told that when the police processed this crime scene, 4 9mm Spent shells were recovered from the scene. The mayhem continues. Blessed love, everybody.
Tell a friend for tell a friend for tell a friend.
Papa Music, Black TV, like, subscribe and share. If we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, unity. If we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica unity. Hey, crime in a mash up Jamaica, criminals them mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica, oh Jamaica, sweet Jamaica.
Crime it a mash up Jamaica, criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica, oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. I coulda sunshine or rain, Jamaica, no problem, no pain. Good boy them knock out can't tame, but me want me country back, give me country back. To the street and the lane, everybody them start complain. Bloodshed, what a shame, but me want me country back, give me country back. Crime it a mash up Jamaica, criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica, oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica, criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica, oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Jamaica, Jamaica, the land of the sun. Jamaica become now